In this tutorial, I'm going to talk about formatting study guides and how one can go about doing that in a way that is most useful. All right. So what we're going to do is today we're going to be talking about different just formatting techniques and things that will help you to make things a little bit faster when you're going to upload them. Okay. Start off with. This is my study guide, and I'm going to put down. It appears the study guide is for the week of October 6th. So I'm going to put up right up here, week of October 6th. All right. And one of the things, and this may seem like a small thing, but it is in fact a useful thing, I strongly recommend using different font sizes for something like this. So for instance, if I go over here and where it says 10, I can increase the font size to something a little bit more readable. It'll be a little bit easier for the kids to see. Now here are my objectives. I've got that. That's good. Okay, I can always make that bold if I choose. I do think that some of these visual things do make life a little easier. Now, one of the things I want to do is I also want to show you one thing that you can do to help format your document a little bit so it takes up a little bit less space. Here's a situation where we have a whole bunch of different names. Now, I would like these names to be in two columns so that they don't extend the length of my document a whole heck of a lot. I can actually make it 3 columns too, it doesn't really matter. What I do is I'm going to go over here to this little toolbar and it's going to expand it, and I'm going to look for, let me see, it appears that there isn't anything there, so I'm going to go into format, and if I drag down, you see where it says columns? If it doesn't show, click on this little double chevron and you'll see columns, and I'm going to go with, let's go with 3 columns just to see what happens. Boom. Now that makes it a little smaller, it faces a little bit bigger. All right. Now, one of the things I am going to do, I'm going to take all my dates and I'm going to highlight them too. And part of the reason I'm highlighting them and making them bold, so it's a little bit easier for the kids to see them, but it's also easier for me because I'm lazy and I don't intend to do this over and over and over again. So, I'm highlighting all my dates so I can see them. Boom. And I'm just going to take all of these like that. Alright, so there we go. Now that I've got that all done, this is actually for my A period class, and I actually might want to put that in the title. A period. Whatever class it is that meets during these periods is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go File, Save As, and I'm going to give it a name, but I'm going to also suggest something that's also a pretty good idea. The name should be descriptive. Okay, in this case, this is actually my Unit 3 syllabus. All right, 6 indicates the week, and then A period the section. I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to put all of my, this is in this case, this is a history syllabus, and I'm going to put all my history syllabi in here. Okay, it's usually a good idea to create some subfolders there. All right, if you didn't see the way I did that, I'm going to just actually go File, Save As again. And the way you do that is you click on this little icon up here, if you notice, where it says Create a New Folder. You click on that, you type in the name of what you're going to be storing in that folder, and then you put the things in it. That way you don't wind up with a whole large file system. I just want to show you my file system. You know, I got a lot of folders, but then I got a lot of crap that I just didn't bother to put in things. Makes life much more complicated if you do it that way. All right, so I've saved this, but now here's my problem. I have a B period class, and my B period class doesn't meet at the same times. Okay, they meet at different times, so I'm going to need to change all these dates. So I change this to B period. Still the week of October 6th, but now these things have to change. For instance, I might put due October 7th, okay, it's a short paper, but suppose those guys don't meet on the 17th, so I have to put in the 18th. And so I just go down and I go change all of these different things. Okay, I'm going to change the individual dates. Okay, we'll make this turns out that this is the 8th, this is the 9th, okay? So I'm going to go and change all the dates. But here's the thing that's very important. I need to go and I have to save this as, and that's very important. If you hit save, it'll save automatically over the old one. I repeat, this is very important. Go to Save As, and then just change the name of the period. Okay, so you will wind up not saving over the old one. As a matter of fact, you should probably do that as soon as you start this project before you start doing anything. Okay, so we did this as this B period, and suppose I actually have another U.S. history class or world history class that meets F period. I change it to F period. I go File, Save As, and I'm going to change the name to F period so I don't overwrite my old one. And I hit Save. Now you notice what's happened is I do this, and suppose I actually, wow, I teach a lot of these classes. Suppose I have one that's also G period. I'm going to rename this G. And so now I've created 4 separate syllabi. Okay, so now I'm going to have to change this guy, File, Save As, and I believe I've already saved it as a G period class. And there you go. Alright, so that's a quick way of making the different syllabi. Then all I have to do is open them up individually and change the dates. One of the things you may notice is, if I scroll down here, this is the G period one, right? But, and I can change this to all the dates that are appropriate, but if I want to go back and open the F period, it's right here. I can open it, and then I can go down and change all these dates, and then go File, Save As, and make sure I save it correctly. B period, same thing. A period, same thing. Alright, that includes my description of how we're going to actually change dates on a syllabus so that we don't wind up typing it more than once. In the next assignment, what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to upload them. Okay, this includes this tutorial.